Jineology and other knowledge systems. In our previous video, we introduced the idea and meaning of Jineolojî, followed its journey through the active struggle of Kurdish women, and began to answer the question of why we need a science like Jineolojî. To dive deeper into this question, we need to understand how Jineolojî is different from the science we see as normal, which dominates knowledge and thought today. In this video, we will examine how Jineolojî is approaching history and knowledge by acknowledging all points of view. A true alternative to science, Jineolojî is looking for the truth of society.
Jineology questions: why science has become so far from society. 1. Cut between nature and human. During the Neolithic society, women were natural healers, doctors of nature, and were seeking to be at one with the earth. Their knowledge was something holy that society gave meaning to and gave a big value to. Wise mothers and elders lead the way in the search for a meaningful life. But by first seeing nature and mankind split from each other, the knowledge has also become separate. For example, alchemy and magic were more or less at the same level with philosophy, chemistry, or literature. But now this is not the case. 2. Genocide on women. First, the harmony between women and nature was attacked by enslaving women and during the Middle Ages, hunting and murdering women who knew about healing and nature by calling them witches. This led to a complete destruction of women's knowledge and denial of its scientific value. Then, for years, the male body was taken as a basis for medical developments, and the female body was approached only on the basis of certain hormones and reproductive organs. This practice continues today, and lots of women's medical issues are, therefore, still medical mysteries. 3. After Enlightenment. Science occupied the place that God and philosophy took before. From this period onwards, what science said was like God's words. This ideology is also called positivism. For example, Newton said that, like God, we too can achieve certainties of knowledge. That was a time when the dominance of mankind over nature became deepened. Measuring, testing, breaking down, and analyzing everything was said to be the method to reach knowledge. Bacon said that we can arrive at the true essence of nature by defining it like a woman who must be conquered, exposed, and raped. Thus, the new science made sure that our understanding of nature and humans, and later everything, was split up, after which only the male view on everything was considered valid. How is genealogy different from feminism and gender studies? When we talk of women's knowledge in science, perhaps feminism and gender studies come to our mind. What is the relation of genealogy to these subjects? Genealogy recognizes the immense contributions and struggles undertaken by feminist movements and studies as a very important source, but it is not satisfied with the state of feminism today. For example, as Abdullah Öcalan says, if feminist work is discovered from action, life, and struggle, why is it reduced to liberal women's activities trying to relieve the system, rather than breaking free from it? This is clear with feminism that limits itself to academic discussions as well as feminism that promotes patriarchal outcomes, such as becoming a CEO of a greedy company or a president of an imperialist power. The limits of feminist academics, discussions, and gender studies are the same, and so we will deal with them together, where the identity of a woman is seen as an additional category and not the basis of her social reality. These discussions are often limited by ideas of Orientalism, where scholars view any society other than Western societies as lower and less civilized. These are some of the limitations that genealogy hopes to overcome through a deep investigation of her story as opposed to his story, while reconnecting these studies to everyday life and struggle. In this way, genealogy is a critical alternative system of knowledge which aims to democratize knowledge and put it back into the hands of women. Jineology is committed towards actually achieving the ideals of Jin, Jian, Azadi, women, life, freedom.